Hey, I'm MIDJA, and this is the last video that I'll be recording in this home. You see, after 18 years, we are moving out, and it is a highly emotional time for me and for my kids. I remember 18 years ago standing on this block of land with my husband with a big sold sticker and us dreaming about the life that we would create. But of course, life doesn't always go to plans. And years later, when I got divorced, my dad stepped in and he bought this house and he moved in with us. And I feel so lucky to have had that time with him. And now I can go downstairs and I sit there in his room and I can absolutely feel him around me. And I think of our time together and the stories and what we shared, and I just feel absolutely blessed. And you see, in the last few years, through all of the change that has happened in my life, this house has been a constant thing for me and a real source of comfort. And I know it's just a house. Yeah, it's bricks and mortar and it's some walls and a roof. I get that. But for me, through everything that was happening, being able to wake up every morning in this same bed, looking out at the same view and going downstairs and getting a cup of tea made me feel protected. And it was my one certainty when everything else in life felt so uncertain. I think life can be a lot like pitching a tent in a camping ground. For that tent to feel secure and to be secure, you need a number of tent pegs firmly in the ground. And for our lives to feel secure, we need some constants in our lives. Things that we can rely on and depend on. Because if there is not enough tent pegs in the ground, then at the next big gust of wind, our tent could blow away. We could get rain coming into the tent and get wet and cold and miserable, and that is not fun. And often in life, we can be sailing along, life's good, and then suddenly, bam, we are hit with a whole lot of change in all aspects of our life. And yes, that can be a great time of growth and development, and some might say excitement even. But for most of us, when we are in the middle of that change, it can feel scary, we can feel frightened, and we don't know what decisions to make next. So have you felt like this? Have you felt sometimes that you don't have enough tent pegs in the ground, that the tent is flapping away in the breeze? And it makes you want to look up and go, what else have you got for me? I mean, seriously. So what can you do when you feel like this? Well, I think firstly, just breathe. And know that this is just one moment in your entire lifetime. And tide comes in, and you know what? The tide will go out. I was watching or rewatching Bridesmaids, the movie, on the weekend, and I was singing along at the end to the Wilson Phillips classic of Hold On for One More Day. And I know it's cheesy, right? But so true. And I think secondly then, remember the tent pegs you already have in place. Because sure, it might be that some aspects of your life are pretty crappy at the moment. And you wish things were different. But focus on and be grateful for what you do have. And for me, I've been focusing on my 3 kids, my friendships with my close girlfriends, my sister, and my mental and my physical health. Because they are all things that make me feel safe and confident and secure. And then finally, if there are some tent pegs that you want to get down, that you want to secure, then pick one. And focus on that and do that. Because if you're like me, you're not Wonder Woman. You know what? I can't do everything for everyone all of the time. And for me at the moment, my focus is on building a new home and making the kids feel safe and secure, and for us to build new memories together. So what is your focus at the moment? So this time next week, we will be in the new house, a fresh start, new beginnings. I wonder what's next. I'm MIDJA. Mwah. Bye guys.